Once upon a time, there was a universe. We are not sure about how it started or whether there is a reason. For a physicist like Dr. Chanda Prescott Weinstein, who wrote these provocative words, the search for meaning in the universe begins at the beginning. It begins with the when and the how of creation. It begins with infinity. Why does this all exist? For physicists, because of mass and energy and matter. Once upon a time, there was a universe. The Holy One saw it was good, but still empty. So, after creating light and darkness, heavens and earth, God created humanity, double-sided beings that kept each other company. God made sure no one was ever alone, filling the world's hollow spaces. This version of creation from Bereshit Rabbi points our search for meaning in a different direction. The why of creation and the why of human relationships. We begin with the intimate. Why do we all exist? For Jews, it's because God made us to need one another. In recent months, I've fallen into a deep hole, a black hole, of physics. I've read about Einstein and Bohr, particle physics, quantum mechanics, the Big Bang, the God particle. I have been absolutely stunned by how many of the laws of our physical universe reflect the truths that Judaism has long taught us. From the world's beginnings through the ongoing work of creation all around us, physics confirms Jewish tradition. It confirms our lived experience of the infinite, intimate. Just as physics teaches that light exists on a spectrum of invisible to invisible again, we intuitively know that life also exists on a spectrum of possible to lived to remembered. A story from Tanhuma describes a place where the not yet souls journey and feast and study Torah accompanied by angel guides. When the moment of their birth arrives, they have to forget all they have experienced in paradise in order to become babies here on earth. And we also have a world to come, many different versions actually, where already lived souls gather or study or meet with the angels of the divine host in the Garden of Eden. Our tradition tells us that those we love exist even when their lives have not yet begun or have already ended. Our forebears found myriad ways to show that the people we love are never gone. Not really, not entirely. The world to come is a promise that they still exist even though we can no longer see them. Just as we feel the memory of sunlight on our skin even after we come indoors, the world to come is a place in our hearts where the light and the warmth of our loved ones' memories endure. We know intimately that they are infinite. The great teacher, Harav Neil deGrasse Tyson, has written that every one of our body's atoms is traceable to the Big Bang. We are stardust brought to life and then empowered by the universe to figure itself out. We are beings made of matter, seeking what matters, whether we are made from the earth of Genesis or the stardust of physics. We use our bodies and our minds and our hearts to seek connection, to seek meaning, to seek love. The matter that makes up my body and your body and the bodies of everyone you have ever known and ever loved has existed since the beginning of time. Whether they were created 5,782 years ago or nearly 14 billion years ago, all of the space and all of the matter and all of the energy of the known universe has existed since the very beginning. This matter matters, though, not as a theory of infinity, but as the stuff that makes up the intimate. The sofa you shared, or the sidewalk you walked down together, or the birthday meal they made you. They are all made of matter that existed before us and will continue to exist long after. But this reminds us that we are also eternal, that we have existed since the beginning of time, and we will continue to exist even after we die. Not just our matter, but our memories, our impact, our imprint upon this world. Because we were created in order to connect, and we carry the light of our loved ones in us even after they no longer shine brightly. Because light takes time to reach us from distant places in the universe. If we look out in deep space, we actually see eons back in time, Dr. Tyson teaches us. Time, it's an enduring puzzle of physics. But Jewish wisdom knows that time travel happens whenever we revisit our memories. We don't even need to look into deep space. We travel back in time when we recall the joke we shared or see their handwriting preserved on an old card. And we bring our loved ones forward in time when we sing their favorite song or give their name to a new generation. The medieval Jewish sage Rashi reminded us, Ein mukdamu meochar, that there is no before or after. That time is not a line is a reality we Jews know that physics is still struggling to explain. Once upon a time, there was a universe. When and how it was created are questions that physics can answer. But why it was created, that is a question we can answer. Because once upon a time, God created humans and human relationships. And in our relationships, we created love. Like stardust, the love we create between us is never really gone. Love doesn't die, people do. Love lives on in us. It is the intimate made infinite. Zichronam livracha. May the memories of your loved ones live on in eternity.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light. Long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we've loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the stars that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember.
יש כוכבים שאורם מגיע ארצה רק כאשר הם עצמם עבדו ואינם. יש אנשים שזיו זכרם מאיר כאשר הם עצמם אינם עוד בתוכנו. אורות אלה המפיקים בחשכת לעין, הם שמראים לאדם את הדרך, את הדרך.